Hi, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to speak on any topic in 5 simple steps. So without doing any drama, let's dive right in. So my very first step is select a topic. Now this sounds obvious. Obviously, you have to decide a topic to talk about before you even open your mouth, right? But this is not obvious to many people, especially in India. In India, we are language focused. We are English obsessed. Everybody just says, I want to speak English, I want to become fluent English, and all that sort of nonsense. And as a result, they do all sorts of wrong things. They join English speaking classes where they only teach grammar. They watch YouTube videos of teachers that teach English in the wrong manner. They mug up random vocabulary or sentences from Instagram reels or YouTube shorts videos. They just study tenses, voice, narration, parts of speech, and whatnot. And this doesn't get them anywhere. They receive no benefit. At least the benefit is negligible. And that's why you should never focus on learning English. If you want to understand this in more detail, watch this video. But the conclusion is, whenever the word speaking comes to your mind, the very first question that you should ask yourself is, what do I want to talk about? What's my topic? This should be your starting point. It's like you're saying, I want to learn cooking. You shouldn't say that. You should say that I want to learn to make these dishes. So you decide which dishes you want to learn to make. So say I want to learn to make veg pulao or chicken biryani or anything else for that matter. So deciding which dish to make should be the first step if you want to become a cook. Now, as far as speaking is concerned, as far as selecting topic is concerned, the topic can be anything. You can decide to talk about something that you are passionate about, something that you are interested in. You can talk about world economy, global warming, any topic under the sun. For the purpose of this video, we will decide to talk about ourselves. So the topic will be self-introduction. Now that we have decided the topic, let's move on to the next step. So the second step is to gather content. So now that you have decided your topic, you have to decide now what you're going to say about your topic. The things or points that you want to include in your topic. That means you have to come up with the material, the content for your topic. Now the content can either come from your own knowledge or experience, or you can read books or read online or listen to podcasts or watch YouTube videos, do some online research depending on the nature of your topic. Now understand that you have to do a complete brain dump in this process, in this step. Whatever comes to your mind, just whatever, let it pour out. You don't have to think about what to select and what to reject or how to arrange that information. You worry about it or we talk about it in the next step. But here, you just dump all the information. So as our topic is self-introduction, let's say that we want to talk about, first we want to give a basic information like name, place, age, stuff like that. So this is basic information. And then you want to talk about, let's say, your education. Then you want to talk about your family, let's say. Then you want to talk about your goals. So you have decided the topic. Now you're deciding the content for your topic or gathering content for your topic. As far as self-introduction is concerned, you don't have to do any research or you don't have to look up online to talk about yourself, right? Unless you're a celebrity or something. So you decide this content from your own knowledge. What is it that you want to talk about? And once it's done, you move on to the next step, which is to structure and organize. Now at this point, like I mentioned in the previous step, you have to properly organize the content that you have gathered in step 2. So you have to decide what to say first, what to say next, and so on. Now, to decide how to organize your content, I'll give you a simple framework. So, your speech, every speech, has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So, any speech, any topic can be divided into these three main parts. You should know how you start your speech. You should add your main content to the middle portion, and you should end your speech on a high or positive note. Now, for the purpose of self introduction, now that you have gathered this content, you can decide what you will say at the beginning. For example, you can begin your speech with greeting your audience. You can say, "Hi, my name is Vicky, and today I'm going to give you my self introduction," something like that. And in the middle, you can add this actual content here. I mean, so you have to apply logic or common sense to decide which will go first. For example, you should give your basic information first, and then maybe you can talk about your education, then you can talk about your family, and then finally you can talk about your goals. So you have to structure the content in a logical manner. Now, why should you structure your content in a logical manner? Because it is easier for your audience to understand and follow, and they are more likely to remember what you said, and it establishes your credibility as a speaker, right? So that's why it is very important for you to logically structure and organize your content. That's step 3. Now let's move on to step 4. Now, once you're done organizing your content, structuring and organizing your content that you gathered in step 2, you have to rehearse. Now the content is well organized. Now you have to practice delivering that content so that you build confidence, so that you build that smoothness that you're looking for in your actual speech, right? The main reason why people go blank during their speeches is because they haven't practiced their speeches enough. People directly sit for an interview and start thinking about what they are going to say about themselves, and that's the reason why they can't give their own introduction, because they haven't really thought about it, what exactly they are going to say and how are they going to organize that piece of information, and they never practice. So you will reduce the chances of going blank or becoming nervous if your content is well rehearsed. You increase the probability of coming out as a winner as far as the speech is concerned. Second thing here, I want to say that if you are given a limited time for a particular speech, then when you rehearse, you can know that how you can space out your points according to the time given, and you can adjust your speech accordingly. You can decide to remove and add certain points accordingly to adjust your speech to the time allotted. Also, at this step, you should get feedback. That means when you are practicing, you can practice in front of a mirror or in front of a friend, or best yet, you can record yourself practicing and you can share it with someone who is qualified enough to give you correct feedback on your speaking. And that way, you are more likely to improve. You can do the necessary adjustments or tweaks in your speech. You can observe your body language, your voice modulation, and you can correct these things. That's the benefit of practicing or rehearsing. And when you're done rehearsing, finally you actually speak in front of people. That's our 5th step. Now, in my opinion, this is the most important step that people often neglect. This is the actual step which will give you the actual confidence. People do not have the confidence because people don't speak in front of people. You can only build confidence to speak in front of people when you actually do it. You have to have an audience to speak in front of. I often ask my students when they say that I don't have the confidence to speak in front of people, I ask them, okay, how many times have you spoken in front of people? And they are like, practically never. Then how do you expect to be confident? You have to perform this step as many times as you can. Without it, there is no confidence. There is no that actual people skill that you can develop. So where can you find an audience? Well, you can join Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, where you can practice English, We also have one such group where you can practice English for free. I'll put the link into the description. Maybe you can consider joining that group. You can join paid or free classes so that you can have an audience, that environment where you can practice your speaking. Okay, but speaking comes at the fifth step. You have to go through these four steps first, right? And for these four steps, you don't really need a class or somebody's help for that matter. You can learn to do this on your own. For the fifth step, you need an audience. And for that, maybe you will need maybe you'll need a class, right? So to summarize, these are the five steps using which you can talk about any topic under the sun. First, you decide your topic, then you gather content for that topic, then you logically structure and organize that content, and then practice delivering that content, preferably in front of a friend or record yourself, and then you actually go in front of people or like climb up a stage and actually speak in front of people. If you do that, you can speak on any topic. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, if you found it useful, then please hit that like button. And whatever your takeaways, key takeaways from this video, please feel free to share them in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your response. Thank you very much.